Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda and welcome to my channel Ignition Time. I have an important news alert for you. US senators have announced that the second stimulus check is very likely coming in July. According to breaking news from KXAN Nexstar, and I'm going to link to their article and their YouTube clip below so you can check out their interview below. More money could soon be on the way for millions of Americans. Now, as you already know, President Trump did an interview with Scripps National News where he announced his support for a second stimulus package. So now it's clear that the president supports this idea, and as you know, the way our system works is that a proposal has to go from the House to the Senate. From the Senate, it then goes to the president, who then has to sign off on the bill so that it becomes law. Now, senators have said that they've started to weigh all possible options and they are working to send additional financial relief to millions of Americans as soon as possible. In fact, Oklahoma Republican Senator Jim Inhofe said, "It is going to happen. It is just not going to happen yet." Now, as you know, the Democrats want to expand the stimulus. They want to expand unemployment benefits. They had a very ambitious HEROES Act. The Republicans in the past have said that they wanted to take a wait and watch approach, but now the tide is turning. Things are shifting. The president supports the idea. So the Republican senators are now starting to make things happen. In fact, Inhofe also said, what you don't want to do is have a reward given to people who don't want to work. Now, clearly the Republicans want individuals to get back to work, and there's been talk of a back to work bonus. I've covered that on my channel as well. Jim Inhofe did say that the senators are supportive, but they're still working on specific details. In fact, they spent 2 hours talking about a second stimulus check at this week's Senate Republican luncheon. So let's go ahead and take a look at this clip. Again, full credit to KXAN Nexstar. Definitely check out their channel and check out their articles, and let's take a look at their clip.
More money could soon be on the way for millions of Americans.
It's going to happen, but it's not going to happen yet.
Oklahoma Republican Senator Jim Inhofe says the idea of a second stimulus check filled 2 hours of discussion at this week's Senate Republican luncheon. Inhofe says senators are supportive, but are still working on the details.
What you don't want to do is have a reward given to people who don't want to work.
If there is additional need for direct assistance, that's something we should consider.
Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn says they also considered the idea of a payroll tax holiday.
That's a little challenging because the payroll tax is how we pay for Medicare and Social Security, and but that would be a way to get money directly in the hands of people who need the cash.
As you can see, Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn said a payroll tax holiday, a payroll tax cut, was also being considered, which effectively would mean more money in the pockets of workers as well as employers. He did say that this is a little challenging because the payroll tax is how we get the funding for Medicare and Social Security.
That's a little challenging because the payroll tax is how we pay for Medicare and Social Security.
So essentially, something is going to have to be compromised somewhere. Now, there was also support for the second stimulus package from the Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Let's take a look at what he had to say. Keep in mind, many Republicans in the past were not supportive of a second stimulus package. They wanted to take a wait and see approach. But again, the tide is turning, and the president has indicated that he is supporting a second stimulus package, which is why you now see things starting to move along. Let's listen to what the Treasury Secretary had to say.
We want to take our time and make sure we're thoughtful. So whatever we do, it'll be much more targeted.
Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin says they don't want to rush and make the same mistakes as last time. The Government Accountability Office just reported $1.4 billion was mistakenly sent to dead people.
That'd be the first thing on the list, saying lessons learned. Not to replicate that.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says if Congress passes another stimulus package, it would happen in July. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
So the Senate Majority Leader indicated that if something happens, it would happen in July. As you can see, the signs are there now for a second stimulus package to start moving along. The president supports it. You heard a couple of Republican senators and the Senate Majority Leader talk about the second stimulus package. So things are moving along. And clearly the Senate does not want to make the same mistake they made the last time, which is go out and rush and send out money to a lot of people, because $1.4 billion actually went out to dead people. Yep, you heard that right, dead people. At the end of the day, a second stimulus package is something that is seriously being considered, has the support of the president. In fact, when interviewed, the president specifically said that something would be happening in the next few weeks. So let's wait and see what happens. I appreciate you watching. If you learned something new from this video, please click subscribe for breaking news alerts about important news like this. Please enable the notifications button. This way you'll get an instant update about future important news like this. And please click the like button because it really helps the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.